Hey everyone, and welcome back to BiCo SMP. As I'm sure you can hear in my voice, I am still a little bit sick. But in today's episode, we're going to be starting a new project. Today, I want to start an industrial district, and I'll explain a bit more about what we're going to do with it and everything first. But you know what? First of all, we need to make a glorified AFK area because you know what? The current one we have is kind of pathetic. So let's go over there and just build a new one quickly. So that is the first part of today, what we're doing today. Now, I'm trying not to look down too much because here's the thing. I kind of recorded a clip of me explaining this build right here and it didn't save. But before I realized that, I went ahead and built the next part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and play the time lapse for that next part, and then I'm going to come back and explain this just so I'm not spoiling anything. It's nothing major. So here we have, first of all, we have an updated creeper farm down here because the other one was getting... How are you spawning spider? This is really annoying me. I don't know how you're spawning it. That's supposed to be spider spawn proof. Anyway, here we have... I have no idea what I have built. It started off as like a steampunk blimpy kind of thing. But then I realized I only ever really think of blimps as having wool, like a mixture of wool as the main element as the balloon. So, and I don't have a lot of access to wool. So we don't look at the top, by the way. The top is very bland because I have no idea what I'm going to do up there because this isn't completely done. But it kind of transformed into like a steampunky drome, and I'm really happy with this gradient here. I know it's pretty basic with the copper, but I just love it. And I love the orange glass. But yeah, like I said, no idea what I'm going to do on the top here. But these fans I'm really happy with too. It was kind of hard to get like the right texture in, like getting the right dimensions and depth and accents and everything. You know, fancy builder terms that I don't use a lot. But it goes on in my head a lot, but I don't discuss it a lot because you know what? I don't enjoy actually discussing what goes on in my head because most of the time I have no idea myself. That gate is not supposed to be open. There's no proper, real, easy way to get in and out. I've just taken out some fencing here. You kind of fly in. And I just like walking around here. For some reason, the Lightmatica was kind of weird and it didn't completely load the thing, so there are a few bits of glass missing in places, and this portal I had to change a little bit. But yeah, there's supposed to be a bit of glass there and somewhere else. I'm going to have to fix that. But this interior, it's nothing special. I tried to put like an engine or something here. You guys know I'm not a massive fan of interiors. But I did try my best because it's not supposed to be something that's looked at too much. We got this bridge across the middle. I don't know why, but so we stand here as our AFK spot. This is our perfect AFK spot for the creeper farm, and it lights up a redstone lamp underneath too. So I also discovered that this thing wasn't completely spawn proof in my design, so I had to come in and do this because I had creepers blow up in here multiple times, which was not fun to repair. In fact, I think that is maybe where some of the glass went, but yeah. Just so you know, this is about the smallest thing we're building today. Today is going to be very buildy, so the next thing I need to build is kind of a main control hubby area for all the farms we're going to be building in this area, because, you know, like I said, this is going to be an industrial district. But I want to put like a steampunky design on everything. Like you see so many industrial districts, they're just exposed redstone, and whilst I think that looks cool, that's not really what I want to go for with this. I want to like properly design everything and make it look pretty. But yeah, we're going to be building 2 farms in today's episode, just because there are 3 other farms I want to build, 2 of which are going to be the biggest things I have ever built on this channel, like in one episode. I'm not, like, they're absolutely insane. But I want to kind of show you what goes on behind the scenes a little bit when preparing for these builds, because this video is going to be a bit delayed. That's the shopping district. I need to remember which portal is mine. But as we come over the thing here, wait for it to... This is resources that I have to gather, and it is mainly copper, with a bit of coal and iron, because I need iron for hoppers and coal for fuel to smelt everything. This is what goes on behind the scenes. This is what I have to do to be able to build this stuff. So this is why this video is going to be a bit delayed, apart from, me being sick, and I actually can feel it. As of recording this, I'm kind of feeling a bit worse again, so we'll see what happens. This video might be even more delayed. I don't know. I'm going to try to get it out as soon as possible, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what actually goes on behind the scenes, because if there's a video that's delayed, it's most likely because I have to gather mass amounts of resources like this, and this is nothing compared to what I have to usually. Let me tear this down and I'll show you what my chests are like at the moment. This is how much copper is smelting, in case anyone's wondering, and I still have more copper in my inventory that doesn't even fit in this like makeshift smelt thing I've made. I'll just up in this little area here, because I have no idea what to do there anyway. There's some junk I threw on the floor earlier. But downstairs, this is what my current sorting looks like. So we've got the blocks preparing for the next part of the build all here, and everything else here is a jumbled mess. I had this semi-organized, like this used to be just for valuables. No, I had to throw whatever I wanted in here because, you know what, yeah. But it's all for good measure, because what we're about to build next is kind of that hub area with a sorting system, ironically. So let's go and build that now. So this is going to be our kind of like little central hub area, as I explained, and I'm pretty proud of this interior. I especially like this little section here. I haven't added any of the signs in yet, but this is going to be the section with like this is turned on this farm, turn off this farm, because each farm I want to be able to toggle on and off. If you look at this bit from this side, it's kind of a bit goofy. What I need to do is I need to add a little bit more there. I've got the orange stained glass. I want to have like a lookout of some kind, and I want to be able to see these pipes. But I'm especially happy with what I did here on this big cog, because what I've kind of done is I've got this tinted glass here and then a layer of black concrete underneath, which creates like that really nice like effect, I guess. Almost looks a bit like the fog effect without having to do the multi-layer. I don't know. But yeah, so that is, our little storage area done. I don't know what we're going to do up here. I might just leave this purely for decoration. And you can see I'm kind of experimenting with that kind of gradient of the terracotta. I'm not entirely happy with it. I'm probably going to be introducing some deep slate in it when it gets like further down the bottom. That's going to be a terraforming project for a few episodes time. I'm not going to be working on too much decoration unless it's required. Like I want to focus on the actual farms first before we get into the decoration, and that's why I built the creeper farm first and then I built this, because I needed to build this because we need a storage system. And this creeper farm I built, okay, don't want to die. This creeper farm I built is really effective. Like, I FK'd here like probably combined total like 18 hours. This is pretty good, like, compared to creeper farms I built in the past. So, Next, I want to build our final big thing for today's episode. Oh, and that weird rendering glitch. And that's going to be a sugarcane farm to match the creeper farm, so we can make a whole bunch of rockets. So I'm just gonna get into that and get it done because I've been working on this project for like 3 weeks now. So I want to get this portion done and then we'll get into the other stuff in the next episode. But I'll see you after I've done that. So the replay mod footage didn't save again, but now we have big sugarcane farm, and it's a big farm, and I don't know what else to say. Also, in case you can't tell, I got Swift Sneak off camera as well. I was mining and I found an ancient city, and I think it was the same one as before, and I just went flying around having a look, and I found a Swift Sneak 3 book. So that happened, and I don't know. I seriously don't know how I lived without Swift Sneak. Like look at this speed, this sneaking speed, and then I take them off, and it's like this. This is not pleasant at all. I don't like that. But what we have around here is we have. Oh, okay, don't fly into that. We have like this little control panel area. And I haven't put the signs in yet, but this one toggles on and off the sugarcane farm, this one toggles off the creeper farm. So now if we go over here, this is all working now. And I will say, getting all the slime for this was not fun. I had to go to a mangrove swamp biome and kind of just wait for slimes to spawn, because no one really on the server has a slime farm, just at all. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, over this project has been a big project. So I keep forgetting that we built this in this episode as well. I've kind of just been hyperfixating on all this stuff. So yeah. But yeah, this was built in today's episode as well, which I keep forgetting. So we have this, we have the hub area, and we have 2 farms so far. But now what I want to quickly do is kind of just walk you through what other farms I plan on doing. You see, I have this little space here, but I've also got an empty space here. We're going to be putting more control panels on, I think. Although we do have these 2 spaces, because what I'm going to fill up these 2 spaces with is an iron farm, pretty simple. And next episode, I want to build a shulker farm. I know they're a bit painful, but I kind of want to do it, so who knows when that next video is coming out if I do decide to do it. But yeah, so the 3 big ones I want to do are, I want to do a big iron farm, a big shulker farm, and also this may sound weird, and I didn't realize they were possible until a few weeks ago, but you can make dirt farms, and I feel like making a dirt farm just because the concept of a dirt farm sounds hilarious to me. Also, I'm going to be using a lot of dirt in terraforming, but you know what, that's not as funny, so let's go with the other reason. And oh, I just realized you can see through there. That doesn't matter because that's all going to be covered up eventually anyway. But yeah, that is actually going to do it for today's episode. I know it has been a shorter one, but remember, I've been sick and I've been doing a lot of stuff, like a lot of grinding and building with all this stuff. So yeah. So I guess I'll see you in the next one if you choose to watch it.